Annette Pasternak, the Stop Skin Picking coach, and today we're going to talk about the ABCs of skin picking, also called Dermatillomania. So this little ABC guide, there is a post about it from the OCD Center of Los Angeles, so I'm going to link that post below. And in that post, they say that they heard it from a talk that Dr. Charles Mansueto gave in 2006. And I have interviewed him. I can't remember if he talked about the ABCs, but I had him on my YouTube channel previously talking about his book, Overcoming BFRBs, when it first came out. So I'll link to that as well. Okay, so what are these ABCs and what are they good for? How can we use them? So the A of ABCs stands for anyone, meaning that anyone really would be picking at this thing. So this is a classification for who picks at these different spots or whatever we're talking about. So anyone, pretty much anyone, would take off a flake of skin, dry skin or something that was already hanging off, or a scab that's like just about, hanging off, or a really ripe whitehead. Almost anyone just goes for those things. And so, if you are a skin picker, of course, that's a no-brainer. Like literally most of the population would be doing those. So that is certainly nothing to feel bad about. B stands for simply a bump. Okay, so B's are something though that really just someone who has a skin picking problem would be picking at. Just because you have a little bump or even perhaps a big bump doesn't mean that it's going to be helpful for you to do anything to it, right? And so a skin picker will take these bumps and make them worse, make them into a problem, a wound, an issue, possibly something that stays there for months and is aggravated. Finally, C stands for clear. So clear skin that clearly nobody's going to do anything to unless they have a skin picking problem. And so, maybe you're scratching or digging at it or just creating. C doesn't stand for clear. So C stands for create. So this is perfectly normal clear skin that only a skin picker would create an issue out of, meaning, it was perfectly fine clear skin, but they were scratching or digging or something anyway. And so that created an issue. Now, this classification system of ABC can be used both to monitor your progress and also as a form of mindfulness, helping you to get better from this. So, for example, as far as classifying, as you get better, first, of course, you'll hopefully stop damaging clear skin and creating issues. So maybe you'll eliminate the C's, then you'll be doing mostly B spots will be the problem. And so really getting a hold of those, your reaction to those bumps and things is going to be the work. And as you get better, those will also get better. And then the A spots, this is something completely normal and it's not going to cause a lot of damage either, especially, something that's ready to come off your skin, etc. And so you can practice with those if you like. A lot of times people like to practice how long can leave this on their body, but this is not as important, obviously, as, the B's and C's is where you're doing the damage. So, you can take care of the C's, you take care of the B's, suddenly you're an A student. So that's how you progress. Now, how can this be a mindfulness thing? Well, really, if you can just pay more attention to what you're doing in any given moment, then you start to notice hey, am I about to pick? And what am I about to pick? Am I just scratching something that isn't even there? Is this a C? And maybe I can leave that alone. is this a bee? There's a little bump, and maybe you can tell yourself it's just a little bump, you can leave it alone. Simply giving yourself that kind of self-talk can actually help you leave it alone. Because if we're not thinking in that way, if we have no voice in our head, or only the voice that's telling us to get it, to go for it and pick it, then we're just going to do what that voice tells us. But the minute we have a more helpful voice telling us, you can leave it alone, it's just a little bump, it's normal, then you're much better able to start leaving those those bumps alone. And so then, recovery will be, ultimately, you're just, again, the A student. So I hope you found this video helpful. Got lots more and lots more coming, so please subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. All right, thanks. See you next time.